losing myself, but it was great to know me. Take a look at myself, tell them you ain't the homie. I've been MIA, dead weight, hold up, y'all been in my way. Losing myself.
What's up, y'all? Welcome to Round for Round, the show where we take the best battle rap rounds of 2025 and put them against each other to find out who had the best round of last year. Cali SMOOV versus A.WARD. We're gonna watch Cali SMOOV's third versus Real Deal versus A.WARD's third versus Coffee Brown. All right, let's get into it. Cali SMOOV versus A.WARD. I mean, Real Deal. High key. Oh yeah, I filmed this. High key, Cali SMOOV is like one of the most slept on battle rappers ever. I gotta say. Alright, let's get it. From winning bags and bodies to just being an overall amazing person. Stop watching battles, you need to rest. I appreciate that. I'm sorry if I sound tired. It's just like early. It's not early in the morning, it's 10 o'clock, but you know, I've only been up for like an hour and a half. You know, I have no excuse, man. I should be the machine mindset, brother. Waking up at 3 a.m., drinking nothing but egg whites, fucking doing 7,000 push-ups and reading the Bible. No, I'm kidding. But, yeah, I know I sound tired. My bad.
LA, we here.
All right, Cali SMOOV's third versus A.WARD. Put this on the screen. All right, let's go. Let's go, brother. Let's go, brother. Make this a little bit wider. There we go.
Bottom of the third, baby. Come on, man.
Go, West.
You better kill this man. Yeah.
Do it, baby. Everybody lost their homes in the fire. Let's go.
I heard your students love your class. The students love his class. They be commenting on your videos. I had a teacher change my life at a point too, so I get it, bro. I started working in schools too. To the most high I acknowledge. I showed you ain't gotta be making money to be seen as a prophet. We different type of teachers. You went to school and got a wage for it. I taught my experience at juvenile halls and never got paid for it. Certain youth can't identify with dudes like you while they're placed in a cage or a cell. So while you was teaching multiplication, I was leading them out at 8 by 12.
Fire. I love when Cali SMOOV gets in this pocket of while you was doing this, I was doing that.
While you was teaching multiplication, I was leading them out at 8 by...
Yo, funny thing about this battle, one of Cali SMOOV's, I don't even know if it's Cali SMOOV's like homie, I won't say, like, he's a guy that was there. Nice guy, but he was very, very much inebriated, and he was fucking bothering the shit out of Real Deal, which is hella ironic, somebody that's super drunk bothering Real Deal. But they during this battle, he kept going, send his ass back to Kansas City, because fucking Real Deal was wearing a Royals hat. So we just assumed he was from Kansas City. Super funny.
While you was teaching multiplication, I was leading them out at 8 by 12. And I ain't saying you gotta change the world. I just think your structure's gone. Like y'all penalize bad behavior instead of equating to the subject's gone. Like one time I had a student always in trouble doing something wrong. But deep down them jail calls just had him wishing he could hug his mom. I related to him. We spent hours talking about how he can get ahead on the outs. Imagine having no father figure and still learning to be the head of your house. That's the difference between us. English ain't the lessons I was giving. Your students see you as next period. Bro gonna write me letters for the rest of his sentence. Look, sometimes you gotta go.
That was fucking crazy. That was super fucking crazy. Your students see you as next period. He's gonna write me letters for the rest of his sentence. Letters for the rest of his sentence. Next period. Whew, that was fucking wild.
His mom. I related to him. We spent hours talking about.
This was in Los Angeles. This was like in downtown LA.
Just had him wishing he could hug his mom. I related to him. We spent hours talking about how he can get ahead on the outs. Imagine having no father figure and still learning to be the head of your house. That's the difference between us. English ain't the lessons I was giving. Your students see you as next period. Bro gonna write me letters for the rest of his sentence. Look, sometimes you gotta go a whole round without pulling a weapon out.
That's good.
Sometimes you gotta sacrifice bars to get the message out.
Hold on.
Take that cracker back to Kansas.
Oh, yeah. So, all right. So what you guys don't see, this is a funny side story. Okay. So the guy I just mentioned, the guy that was like kind of spazzing on Real Deal. So what you don't see, and this is, again, this is kind of becoming me like stroking my own ego, but I gotta say this. So this is like, I'm aware of everything going on in battle raps when an event, when I'm filming it. Like, I know the people that are there. I know the people that might be a problem. I know the people that might be like somebody I might film. If I see two people on stage, I'm like, okay, I'm assuming this guy's gonna jump in, like him and Holland's brother. Like, we put a mic on him during battles because he's gonna say one thing, you know, and we want the crowd to be able to hear him. But so that guy that I told you that was kind of bothering Real Deal, that was like, take his ass back to Kansas City. And Real Deal was like, Pittsburgh. Right during this, the guy came up behind Real Deal and was chest bumping him. Chest bumping him. Like, literally bumping into Real Deal. Real Deal's like keeping it cool. He's like, that was good. That was good. He's like giving him props, giving Cali SMOOV props. He's like, yeah, that was good. And the guy's like, what? Like, getting physical with him, it's like really kind of nuts. I've never seen it in a battle before, like to that degree, where it's like not really Cali's close homeboy. It's like somebody from the crowd kind of trying to intimidate the opponent. And if you guys notice, I framed it out on purpose. I didn't film him because I knew that it would be a really bad look for the league, for the battle, for Cali. Like, I did that on purpose because I think showing that guy would have really brought the battle down. People would have been like, this guy's acting really whack. This like sucks. So you have to have the the social awareness when you're filming battle rap, as well as just awareness of their situation to know what's going to be dope and not dope. And filming that guy fucking chest bump Real Deal was not cool. It was not cool he did that in the first place. It's fucking very gay he did that in the first place. But, you know, he's drunk. He's feeling himself. You know, people can do whatever they want in battles. But Cali was really classy. He's like, chill, man, chill. Pushed him away. Real Deal was also classy. He didn't get mad. He was just like, that was good. That was good. But you can hear it right here. I completely forgot this happened in this round.
Gonna write me letters for the rest of his sentence. Look, sometimes you gotta go a whole round without pulling a weapon out.
That's good.
Sometimes
See how Real Deal's looking back? He's like, that's fire. That was good. Because the dude's right here. He's standing right by Real Deal.
Look, sometimes
So I just want to commend both SMOOV and Real Deal for having like their composure during that, because it was hella awkward. Other people would have brought way more attention to it. Be like, dude, get the fuck out of here. Like, kicked him out or like fought him or something. Dude was obviously swerved and drunk. But I don't know. I completely forgot that I like framed it out of the frame.
you was next period. Bro gonna write me letters for the rest of his sentence. Look, sometimes you gotta go a whole round without pulling a weapon out.
That's good.
Sometimes you gotta sacrifice bars to get the message out.
Hold on.
Take that cracker back to
See,
Kansas.
that's where SMOOV pushes him back. That's where he's like, dude, fucking chill, man. And you hear the guy goes, take his ass back to Kansas City. Watch.
To get the message out.
Hold on.
Take that cracker back to Kansas.
Says, take that cracker back to Kansas. His voice cracking like a prepubescent girl.
To get the message out.
Take that cracker back to Kansas.
Pittsburgh.
I love Real Deal. Pittsburgh.
Sometimes you gotta go a whole
Fire. Super fire.
round without pulling a weapon out.
Also, I want to commend Cali. I love this thing that Cali SMOOV does in his round, where he's like, sometimes you got to go a whole round without pulling a weapon out, after he does sort of like I don't want to say meaningful, but more of like a creative approach on something, and then he goes back to like gun bars. I fucking really like that.
Pittsburgh.
Sometimes you gotta go a whole round without pulling a weapon out.
All white people live in Kansas. That's hilarious. All right. Dude, your name isn't even English letters. Bruv, I want to put you in timeout. I've seen you post that thing about my life being funky and I'm a battle junkie a million times. All right.
Sometimes you gotta sacrifice bars to get the message out. But since you're a teacher, I was troubled as a teen too. Did it on my own. Cut class, bought a glass, and learned physics on the stove. Yeah. Bro, all you knew was A's and B's. We had different tests in these LA streets.
Yeah, that's a good way to put it. A more angle-based round. You're right.
Teen too. Did it on my own. Cut class, bought a glass, and learned physics on the stove. Yeah. Bro, all you knew was A's and B's. We had different tests in these LA streets. While you was worried about a final exam, we was more worried about the colors on the SAT.
Fire. We was more worried about the colors on the SAT. Physics on the stove. Fire. Talk that physics on the stove shit.
Pete, most of my friends dropped out early. They brought rags throughout the summer. I'm talking bandanas out the sunroof. They were passed with flying colors. Yeah. Stop playing with niggas.
That's really crazy. That's really crazy.
Early. They brought rags throughout the summer. I'm talking bandanas out the sunroof. They were passed with flying colors. Yeah. Stop playing with niggas.
Cali Smoo is so slept on, dude. I say this all the time, but he is so fucking slept on.
I'm talking bandanas out the sunroof. They were passed with flight. I think we're brothers despite our races. The chain of command y'all created, we gotta break it. While you was teaching history, I was out here trying to make it. Let's break down his music career. This guy be streaming. You ever heard your gym teacher rap? It's quite intriguing.
It's quite intriguing, is amazing.
Hey, let's break down his music career. This guy be streaming. You ever heard your gym teacher rap? It's quite intriguing. Hey, he be helping the students that get bullied. Shows them they not zeros. He even made a group with a few of them. Now he's the gym class hero. We said let's invite him to the cookout. They was like, let's hear this guy on the track. Then I found out his new album is called Mountains of the Molehill. Yup, it doesn't get much whiter than that. You couldn't think of a better title? Or just a different name, fam? You might as well call it Tales of the Suburbs from a Middle-Aged Man.
That's a fire title. Tales from the Suburbs of a Middle-Aged Man.
So when they play this battle back in 2008-3, they gonna see a paper champ and one who is straight G. Put my rap book in the museum next to M and Jay-Z. And when your son get a little older, he can imitate me.
Fire.
That's the difference. But when niggas put that up in their boards and the feeling when you hear a nigga that's really cut from the wall. Smooth, nigga.
God damn. God damn, such a good round. That's such a good round from front to back. Cohesive, angles, direct, good bars in there. Also like a callback to Trevor's son, Trevor Jr. being a great impersonator. Whew, yeah, Lush was there hosting. We got the mural of Draco the Ruler, I think, in the back. Pretty crazy. Also, you know, this was Cali Smoo's event. So he threw it, so he's running the event, organizing it, and headlined against Real Deal. Salute to Smooth, one of my favorite people that I've ever met in battle rap, but definitely like I'm happy to call that guy an actual friend. All right, Cali Smooth's third versus Real Deal is going against A.WARD's third versus Coffee Brown. All right, versus Coffee. So, guess who won RIP Pat Stay? Damn, this is an old ass battle. All right, this happened literally fucking in January, I guess. Goddamn. All right, let's go. We got A.WARD's third versus Coffee. So A.WARD, the Cody champion of the year 2025. Salute to him. Salute him for winning the last champion of the year. Well deserved in every way, shape, and form. But we were kind of talking about it on Watch, and it's kind of funny because he was like, I don't think this is my best year that I've ever had. And I agree. I don't really think that 2025 was, it's not like it's a bad year from him, but he didn't have any like, he didn't have any like crazy standout performances like the Vixen battle or like the Ill Will battle. So when we were picking rounds, it was kind of difficult because A.WARD, it's not like he has like one round that's like supersedes them all. Basically, he's always dope. That's the thing that's kind of tricky, is he's always good. So it's kind of hard to be like which round is the best. But yeah, this is his third versus Coffee Brown. This battle was booked on the Riot, didn't go down, then it was postponed to this one. I love this battle. Like, I love how it looks. The color grading came out really nice. The lighting in this venue was really cool. You know, it's hosted by Jenna View, so she's fun to look at. Jazz is there. Coffee's fun to look at. This is a cool battle overall, man. A.WARD versus Coffee Brown, let's go.
Ooh. Hey, Mom, she said that you would be in the back of the bus selling vagina for some pills.
Jesus Christ, what a thing to get into.
They're for show. That's the point that he made. So it's Avenger logo. I must circle around and point at A. Round two.
Hey, Mom, she said that you would be in the back of the bus selling vagina for some pills. I let her know what you said.
Shout out C China.
I think she got a clear view. I'm actually one of those kind of guys that likes it physical in the bedroom. So if you do go to the kitchen and come back with a knuckle sandwich, you mind grabbing me a beer too? You up here lying like I was raised in church with a family, with a mom and a dad. Are you tripping though? Let me get this though. I'll explain to you what I did when I was younger. You can hear the story and we're gonna get for sure. My brother was the plug, right? He was the one that was battered. I was the one that didn't have a pops around. I was getting sadder. So when you talk about superstition and how I'm ducking black, the other word for the cat, right? Let me do that so they're not getting madder. Just know my brother was like superstitious. He was stepping on cracks and he kept everything under a ladder.
Let's go.
It was that crazy. Yeah. But if you want to talk about how you grew up, now I haven't mentioned your government name at all this time.
That's hilarious. I didn't think I would have heard A.WARD say vagina. That was kind of shocking. It's not like saying vagina is bad. He didn't say like a slur, but yeah, that is kind of funny.
It was that crazy. Yeah. But if you want to talk about how you grew up, now I haven't mentioned your government name at all this battle, but you know that I know it. Because if you type it into YouTube, it brings up the young Coffee Brown, who was a youth leader and a poet. Y'all didn't know? She was part of a group called the Young Visionaries.
What's wrong? What's wrong with that, A.WARD? She's both a youth leader, a poet, and a hot woman. Come on, A.WARD. And a realtor. The woman could do it all. Nah, but what I really do like about this round is that A.WARD usually comes out the gate fucking cutting and like projecting really well and fucking bombing. And I like that he's like using a slow tempo to kind of build up.
Brings up the young Coffee Brown, who was a youth leader and a poet. Y'all didn't know? She was part of a group called the Young
Yeah, I agree. That is a good point, Prejudice, about I think it's cool when people start a rebuttal that they clearly haven't finished yet and still get it together by the end. I also think that's really dope. I think that's cool because it shows how good A.WARD really is, honestly. It shows him like, he's like, okay, I got an idea. I'm just going to formulaic. I'm going to like form it while I'm saying it. You know what's a good example of that a lot of people don't know was like not really thought of and kind of just worked out in real time is Ilmac's rebuttal versus DNA, where he's like talking about you wouldn't know how to spell ill without the letters on my hat in blackout. He like didn't really know he was gonna say that till he started rapping it, and he always says like when I was putting it together, it just came together perfectly.
And a poet. Y'all didn't know? She was part of a group called the Young Visionaries. And when I saw that, I got excited at the name. And then I saw the banner on the website, and their mission statement was to prevent young people from choosing violence and gangs. Yes. What happened?
Hilarious. What happened?
She went the other way. Shout out Young Visionaries in Terrorist.
But what happened? Because back then your poetry had substance and hope. Newspaper articles, you were publishing quotes. When you were young, you would cope through the stuff that you wrote. Then something changed. You started running with folks who up in the toast, guns in the toast, smuggling dope. You started doing too much coffee and it stunted your growth. You remember that poem?
That deserved way more praise. That was super fucking fire. You started doing too much coffee and it stunted your growth. You know, caffeine be supposedly stunting the growth.
In quotes. When you were young, you would cope through the stuff that you wrote. Then something changed. You started running with folks who up in the toast, guns in the toast, smuggling dope. You started doing too much coffee and it stunted your growth. Yo, you remember that poem you wrote called 100% Black Woman? Well, this next line gonna tell us. Because you went from a young visionary to a gangbanger. And that's the type of switch that'll make a light bulb jealous. Yo, you're not a failure. I promise. You could rock with me, and this can live it, Coffee. Just understand, you don't gotta go out there in the streets and pretend like you hitting licks with Poppy. Put down the packs of powder, and your life could change in an instant, Coffee. I know this will cost me, but you had a...
Damn, this round is hella dope.
Gotta go out there in the streets and pretend like you hitting licks with Poppy. Put down the packs of powder, and your life could change in an instant, Coffee. I know this will cost me, but you had a full ride scholarship to be a track athlete in college. You were something special, and now when you go from meet to meet, it doesn't come with medals. Hey, yo. That's great.
Who knows? Who knows? It might come with medals. You don't know. You don't know what the achievers be achieving, A.WARD. But yeah, this round is fucking hella dope. I love it. I love how personal it is.
Scholarship to be a track athlete in college. You were something special. And now when you go from meet to meet, it doesn't come with medals. Hey, yo. That's crazy. God helped you get that scholarship and put you in college. It wasn't from the devil. God sent you to UNLV. But he didn't want you to literally become a running rebel. Yo, there are levels.
Let's go.
I'm glad this third round we ain't got to get all hype and you're just someone I can preach to. Because later on tonight, I want you to read 3 books of the Bible. Go ahead and read through. The first one is Made for Coffee. Y'all know Hebrews. Yo, the second and third is when you feel them blessings ain't came down. If you feel wrongfully accused, go to John, Coffee. If you in a funk, turn to James Brown. Yo, I am profound. I am profound.
Let's go.
In this ring, I am the nicest. I'm getting coffee spot is getting removed. Just like I chose to write this with a Tide stick. Yes, I'm human and have vices. But now, like Noah, I run a tight ship. Riot my main league. King of the dot my side chick.
Yo, he's wigging though.
I am the nicest. I'm getting coffee spot is getting removed. Just like I chose to write this with a Tide stick. Yes, I'm human and have vices. But now, like Noah, I run a tight ship. Riot my main league. King of the dot my side chick.
That's hilarious.
Now Marcus, my brother, like Mike Vick, he told me after the Tay-Rock battle, this is my crib, and now it's getting dark outside for coffee. I work the night shift. I said, read the fine print. You mean shoulder shrugs? I'm exposing Brown, and you know it, cuz it's going down. We rolling up, then rolling out. I send a poet up, then we poet out. I'm profound.
Crazy.
Y'all think wore this line? Look, after this, funeral arrangements for Miss Brown. They'll be forming lines, grieving, crying, Kleenexes. You'll be sure to find, because you know when it's awake in coffee, it's normally morning time. Yo, you can sort around.
Yo, these coffee bars are fucking amazing.
Funeral arrangements for Miss Brown. They'll be forming lines, grieving, crying, Kleenexes. You'll be sure to find, because you know when it's awake in coffee, it's normally morning time. Yo, you can sort around, but you ducked me, because Geechee let a Bardashian pull up to the event. I thought you was gang and went concealing. Then you treated Geechee like a joker, try to paint him as a villain. I am a Kansas City assassin. They paid me for the killing. Whole time you was worried about the wrong KC in the building. Look, they ain't come to get personal with you. I brought enough bars to body you and every person is with you. I tell them fall in line. Hey, yo, Riot, God is good all the time.
Hell yeah. Great third from A.WARD. You know, I know that A.WARD has like we have a very interesting relationship. You know, I started out as such an A.WARD hater, and I've always apologized to him for that because I was so outspoken against him, and it probably pissed him off a lot. Honestly, it probably sucks to have like somebody within the media and in the sphere being like unprofessional and being like, this guy sucks. But he's really proved me wrong. He's proved me wrong throughout his whole career. He's became one of the best, if not the best. And it's always, honestly, a kind of a joy to be like traveling the world with him, because he's not only like a great person, but like in battle rap, he's like seriously a professional. Like, I go to these events where there's like kind of, you know, big undercards, it's a lot of local guys battling, and I see people that like are at a battle rap event for their first time, and they might not know what to expect, and then they're kind of seeing newer people battle, and they're kind of like, oh, this is battle rap, this is kind of awkward, I don't know if I really like this. And it's always nice when A.WARD steps on stage, because he's a pro, and you can literally see the levels to it. You're like, no, this is like professional battle rap. You know, he's loud, he's confident, he's commanding, he says dope shit, he raps well. Yeah, I love traveling the world with him and filming events in random cities. Like, we've gone to Alaska together multiple times, we've been all over the world together, London, Canada. You know, it's great to always see that happen. But yeah, salute to A.WARD. Great third round versus Coffee Brown.
I've been MIA, dead weight, hold up, y'all been in my Hottest touchdown in London, second time in a month. I don't even sleep on the plane, I love to see us go up, gotta see us go up. Now they know what's up, I don't even stunt, I don't need to flex, I don't need the front. Think my connect, I used to get it on the front. Hopping on the low, yeah, hopping in the cut, standing on my own, never need a crutch. Mama bumping Otis, cooking in the kitchen. I was picking switches, took a couple whippets. Now my brain stuck, I base jump, diving from my sanity. Suppressor on the barrel, got me silence in my apathy.